2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This series is tied after Meralco won in overtime in Game 2 last Sunday in Antipolo. Gone was the stigma of a 30-point Game 1 setback. The Bolts had energy and passion every step of the way. For TNT Tropang, it needs to get back to its previous deadly form to stop the resurgent Bolts. And we are at the critical crossroads of this particular semifinals. One ticket has already been booked, Dr. J. This we don't know yet.
Well, obviously, this one will go up to at least game number 4. And very important for a team to take that advantage of a 2-1 lead. Obviously, the last game was a completely different game for Meralco. After you mentioned that they lost by 30 points, I think it also came up because of their consecutive games, their overtime game against Magnolia. And it probably took a lot out of their players, but they were able to get fully rested by resting their players in that blowout game. And they came back with a vengeance, as they say, for game number 2.
Exactly. Isa pa lang, bumubulusok na agad yung energy. Ito yung mga numbers na significant ng game number 2. Tingnan niyo yung second chance points at saka yung points in the paint.
Well, if you look at these numbers, you think that Meralco obviously should have won this. The points in the paint, they out-rebounded the TNT team. But it still took an overtime game, and actually TNT had that opportunity to win the game in regulation, except for some missed free throws, which we'll show you later on.
And they also missed a ton of three-point attempts in that fourth quarter alone. But Devin Black, what a performance he's been having. He was the best player in that game. He also had a great performance where he tied his conference high of 28 points.
Yeah, Aaron certainly had a great performance in the fourth quarter and in overtime period, finishing the ball game with 28 points. A great percentage shooting from the field with also 10 assists and 5 rebounds. So overall, very good number for a guy. it's only in his third year with this team, but certainly has a lot of confidence with his game right now.
He's so hard to guard, Dr. J.
Yeah, because he's left-handed and he's deceiving, but he's quite a tall point guard. For even for present day, he's a legitimate 6-footer. And for him to be playing that point guard, being left-handed, but like to shoot with his right hand when he gets to the basket, it's not an easy task to defend against a player like that.
Sa akin, hindi mo alam saan nanggagaling yung tira. Si Cliff Hodge naman, mga kaibigan, ay si KJ McDaniels muna tayo. KJ McDaniels, maganda rin ang kanyang performance. Siya ay pumutok ng laro na yun. 39 points, Dr. J. Best ever niya.
Yeah, this is the best ever game that he played. Coming off a 12-point performance, which was very dismal for an import. He had a 39-point game with 20 rebounds. Also made his free throws. He's not a good free throw shooter, but in this game, he shot about 77-78% from the free throw line, and some of them are very important in the fourth quarter. He also had 20 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 block shots in that ball game.
Another person in the Meralco lineup that had a sterling performance, and we'll get to him in a short while, was Cliff Hodge, of course. Cliff Hodge had those 2 back-to-back layups in the overtime period that proved to be important, especially in the extension where time just flies.
Cliff Hodge never really was a big guy. But there are games that he does give them that. He's been giving them that either in the semifinals or finals of this conference itself. They've been doing that ever since in the Governor Cup. He does come up with some big games. He had 15 points with 9 rebounds, and 6 of them were offensive rebounds. He certainly gave his team opportunities for second chance points and 2 block shots.
And let's now talk about TNT Tropang Giga that will try to bounce back from that loss last time around. Your thoughts about the import who missed those crucial free throws, but he's already with 2 straight almost triple doubles, especially in game number 2.
Definitely a very, very strong import for the team. Fits them to a T because he does play solid defense. He also is a decent rebounder. It's shown in that game number 2. He had 15 points, 15 rebounds with 27 points and 9 assists. He did miss 2 crucial free throws in the end game of that regulation time. The second one probably would have already given them a 1-point lead and put a lot of pressure on Meralco to score in the last 20 seconds. So those things happen, and it's gone by now. You should forget about that. It's going to be a big problem for Meralco. The other guy is this guy on your screens right now, Mikey Williams.
Absolutely, Mikey Williams and a hot man, especially in the third quarter. In total, he had 6 of 14 from 3-point zone, but he suddenly hit a both spot in the crucial fourth and in overtime, Dr. J.
Yeah, I think maybe the defense was a little bit stronger against him, realizing that he was going to count. He started off like a house on fire. I was watching that game. He had 29 points. Shot very well from 3-point territory, about 42%, 7 rebounds and 6 assists. But then he did not score in the fourth quarter in the overtime period. Surprisingly, maybe not really getting a good touch or always having somebody in front of him that he did not want to release a shot without the proper exposure for the whole team.
Exactly. On the other hand, let's talk about Jason Castro, who is only 2 rebounds away from becoming the 58th member of that prestigious circle, and the only TNT guard who will be able to make that particular milestone. He had 17 points last time around.
Yeah, Jason is still Jason. The last few games, including off the elimination round, I've been watching him. He's gotten back his speed. We can call him the blur again. It's a big factor for the team, but he should, he really should keep his emotions in check. There are some calls that are going to be for you. There are some calls that are not going to be for you. He even got a technical in that ball game, although it was not converted. But, the point there is they need his leadership. They can't afford him to be, not fully concentrated on the game itself.
Exactly. In the case of Chris Newsom, he had 10 points in game number 115. In the second, he also had the chance to ice that game, Dr. J. And you have always advocated for him to be more consistent.
Yeah, this was one of the bad games of Newsom if we talk about his scoring. His shooting that day was very poor, but at least he made his free throw shots. He only had one field goal, I think, in that ball game. But his free throw shots were consistent. You know, that's the point with Newsom. When he becomes a consistent player, probably will be, you know, one of the top 10 players of the league itself.
Okay, we'll get more into Dr. J's insights about this series, but let's send it first to Sergey De La Cruz, who is the man with the loud voice for the introductions.
Number 3 of the best of 5 semi-final series between the Meralco Bolts and the TNT Tropang Giga. Let us now meet the starters first for the Meralco Bolts. Point guard from Quezon City, number 1, Aaron Black. Shooting guard from Pitik, Ilocos Norte, number 11, Chris Newsom. Small forward from Makati City, number 22, Alain Maliksi. Power forward from Cavite City, number 7, Cliff Hodge. And at center, it's the Bolts import number 14, KJ McDaniels. Coaching the Bolts is Norman Black. It is now time to meet the starters for the TNT Troapng Giga. Point guard from Naga City, number 5, Mikey Williams. Shooting guard from Talisay City, Cebu, number 16, R.R. Pagoy. Small forward from Bacolod City, number 9, Paul Barilla. Power forward is a Tropang Gigas import, number 14, Ronde Hollis Jefferson. And at center from Bacolod City, number 1, Justin Chua. Coaching the Tropang Giga is Jojo Lastimosa. This game will be officiated by Noel Kilingen, Jerry Narandan, Albert Nubla.
And we are just about ready to get this ball game underway. We're going to put the ball into the air, more or less standard issue for Meralco, getting used to that starting lineup. Barilla has been in and out of that starting lineup. Chua is there. This tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. That's the referee's lineup, and we're underway with your game number 3. Earlier, Ginebra with a come-from-behind win, winning it only in the end game to march into the finals and waiting for an opponent here. Barilla over to Chua. Hand off, Mikey, bounds the baseline, here's Pagoy, and the rebound quickly secured by McDaniels.
Now remember last game he had 20 rebounds. He's had a couple of 20-point rebounds already in this conference itself. No?
In the meantime, here's Newsom. Newsom at the top of the key. Mikey Williams switches over. Crossover dribble. Right of the keyhole. Bingo.
Obviously wanting to make up for his previous performance. You would say dismal for a guy like this. He's already a member of the Giga's team and definitely a great player.
No question about it, Dr. Dick. In the meantime, early misses by TNT. Graceful glide into the front court by Newsom. Lob pass over to what Ronald Black calls his bionic man. Flip Hodge, corner flip. That won't connect from Maliksi. He gets it back off now to Newsom. Elevates. And it's still Meralco ball. Newsom drives hard. Issues it over to Hodge. Here's Maliksi. Newsom is wide open by himself.
It was like a shot without conviction. It's not a jump shot, you know. I thought he found himself too wide open.
Too casual, relax na relax. In the meantime, nice drive. And it results in a foul being called against Meralco and free throws forthcoming for Mikey Williams. Mikey Williams is on the free throw line, all set for Charities. As we had mentioned, 29 points in game number 2 after 14 in the first. Knocks in the first free throw. Good-sized, what's the day? Wednesday. Good-sized Wednesday crowd.
Well, obviously, there was a lot of people that watched the first game. Some of them stayed around. And of course, you have the fans of these two teams itself.
Now you can stay around. There's traffic. There's a lot of people at the metro trains enjoying the basketball action. Newsom trying to control it. Pogoy switches over to him. Here's the drive. Newsom gets it to slide in. Varilla is whistled for the ball. Take a second look at this. Meralco with the early lead of 3 points.
It goes a little something like this.
Got 4 in the ball game right now, but needs an opportunity to complete the 3-point play.
That will not work, and the rebound secured by Justin Chua. Here's the slam. Wallace Jefferson drills it in. Four to 3 count. Here's Aaron Block. I think it's his first touch of the ball. Varilla is something to watch him and try to prevent him from being too productive here for the sake of TNT. Maliksi battle. Oh, no. It's going to be Pogoy with a foul.
Well, he almost bit into the fake of Maliksi. But you can see the respect of TNT. That was the first adjustment that they made. They have a guy like Varilla defending against Aaron Black. Big guy, physical guy, you know, trying to take him away from his offensive game and his playmaking.
Earlier in the move, the game brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. And Varilla is willing to give up those fouls. Here's Hollis Jefferson trying to backpedal against Hodge. It's 13 seconds on the shooting clock. Cross-court pass. Good line. Kamay din ito, Dr. Dre. Mula sa labas. Oh, libre. Libre.
Somebody forgot his defensive assignment. And a great lead pass there to give the first 2 points for them.
There's an outside attempt, does not connect, and we're up. She likes tea.
Well, he should like tea.
McDaniel's guilty of his first foul, and the score is currently tied at 6. San Miguel had the lead all the way until the very last moment, Dr. Dre. Ginebra with a come-from-behind win earlier today.
Yeah, the score was very low. Just that San Miguel just can't put it together. Came in at the wrong time. You know. I mean, of course, the injuries have bothered them. But, you know, they have managed to win without Jumar for a while already, even in the quarterfinals. They just won convincingly. But I think in the end, when you lose your number 1 player and the biggest man on the floor, it really takes a toll of the team.
That is so true. In the meantime, the shot clock is reduced to 6. Here's a good cut by Hodge. Twists in the air, no conversion. Arrow, 3 for a 3. No. Oh! Daniels cleans it out.
This is what the McDaniels we used to see when he first played for TNT. And then eventually when he played for NLEX, he would come from the outside and give you offensive rebounds and put back.
Lumilipad talaga eh.
Yeah, because he's quite a leader now with momentum. Another defensive rebound there for KJ.
And Meralco is again running. Here's Maliksi. Aaron pops out. See the pass for Newton. Here's McDaniels. Thinking, considering, taking, can't shoot. Gonna be 3 seconds left. 3 seconds.
It's not 3 seconds, it would have probably been traveling also. Great defense there by Jefferson.
Hindi siya kumagat sa fake.
No, exactly.
Hindi siya kumagat sa fake. Varilla will sit down, and is this plan to continue? Yes, it is. We will make his first appearance here. He didn't score in the last.
On the mix.
TNT was definitely lacking in the effort department in Game 2, losing in offensive rebounding, second chance points, and even in the number of attempts that they had. And with a lot of things not going their way, assistant coach Josh Reyes said that it boiled down to failing to do easily correctable mistakes and decisions. Tulad na lang yung i-recognize mong nasa penalty situation, last shot possession, that they have to clean up simple things such as those before even thinking about strategical adjustments. They have to be able to display the same focus, the same drive like they did in Game 1 because these are the keys to winning today for TNT. Back to the panel.
Thank you very much to our shooting stars. Apple David. We will not forget that. Wallace Jefferson is off to a fiery start. He has collected 9 points and TNT has not posted its largest lead.
Yeah, but obviously it's going to be a big problem if Meralco allows Jefferson to get that many points. Malichi has been blocked all the way here. He's missing all of his shots here.
Yes, has not made any
I
connection.
think he's taken 4 or 5 shots already.
I think so. I trust your conduct. In the meantime, here's Mikey. Sees a gap. Starts to fill it up with a drive.
All of a sudden, he's ballooning to a 7-point lead right now.
Apple was talking about the effort and energy department. That's where Meralco was totally different in Game 2 over at Pinares last Sunday. Here's a McDaniels drive that cuts the lead down to 5.
Well, he was given his first step going to the right, and that's where he's strong. Ability to glide, little hang in the air there for the back shot. They needed there's 2 points.
Yes, indeed. He has 4 in the game. Whoa! Level 10 knocks it down from 3-point country. His first set of points.
You know, they really like to shoot from the corners on those drives of theirs. Maliki again open.
Ayaw pa rin. Ayaw pa rin. And Newsom, industrious rebound. And finally, Maliksi breaks the 16-footer.
And that's because of the offensive rebound that was picked up there by Chris Newsom, who himself is having a game that's okay right now.
Mikey up against Chris Newsom.
Great screen there. And then the slide.
Era leaning into Newsom there.
One thing that Meralco doesn't have really, except when they have Almazan on the floor, is they're a very small team. So they don't really defend well against the penetrations on the inside.
And when the big man seems to be isolated inside, Maliksi's back shot does not bounce in, and the rebound is claimed by TNT, and they're on the run. Mikey looking inside. Operating space, hooks it up, ends up being fouled.
That's another thing about Maliksi. As he picks up his foul there, they always isolate him. They always involve him in the pick and rolls or whatever because they know he's not a great defender.
And the Bolts will utilize rather the time. They're currently down by 8. We have 2:57 remaining in the opening quarter.
That's the biggest lead of the ball.
Yes, it is. And Norman Black was pointing out in the post-game conference the announcement that said, big thing that TNT just couldn't connect in the 4th quarter and in OT. That's why Meralco had a chance to win it during that stretch. We have Newsom, who's now joined on the floor by Quinto, and Banqueros in for the first time. Luis Almazan, that's a tough catch and a wild heave that hits nothing.
What a save there by Quinto. That wild pass there by Banqueros.
Yes, it was. Here's Jason Castro. Blocked at the top. And this was you were talking about that day.
Yeah, because, you know, all of a sudden you have a 6'7" who's a regular shot blocker. I mean, that's what he does best, besides rebound. So you have somebody protecting your basket, your fortress.
Those long arms also helping in the cross. There is flank. Hindi mahuli ni Aram yung freeze doon sa pick.
Sanay na siya dyan.
So, it's getting small pa daw.
Madalas siya matawagan yan. Kaya nga nagiging parang minsan sinasabi niya, na-anticipate na yan. Hindi pa yata nangyayari. But he has that tendency. And he picks up 2 quick fouls there. So he has to be replaced here.
And it's something they will have to work on as a team.
But you have to remember he's been out for quite a while.
Yeah, that's also true.
And they're also missing the services of Kelly Williams, who's been the regular starting 5 center. And a big man at that.
Here's Boquero had a good game in number 2. Good up peg by Cara. Here's McDaniel's corner flip. No, there's a rebound tussle there. Look at the TNT bench asking for that foul.
Yeah, there was a foul. Raymond Almasai. First personal foul.
Indeed, and the third on Meralco as a team. TNT on the other hand is complicit to 2. Survey the floor, trying to be deliberate here. Mikey Williams receives it off a handoff. Shot clock is reduced to 6. Mikey dribbles inside and collects a foul in the process.
And it was help defense coming from
Subsequently called for the foul. That's 4 in the Bolts as a unit.
The Bulls really have a lot of problems when Mikey's match up against most of their defenders. If it's not Chris Newsom, he can take
they're
them.
smaller.
He's quicker than many of them. You know, one side step here and he was gone by Banquero.
Saw this earlier in some of the areas where there was a substantial edge by Meralco. I really felt they started off strong, had problems in the 4th quarter, but held steady the ship in the final 5 minutes of play.
Well, here there are 2 guys that are hurting them, Mikey Williams and their import Jefferson of TNT.
Yes. Jefferson with 9 points. And currently the biggest lead of TNT is on board. Here's Karan launches Castro.
He was fouled.
Look at Castro. I love it when he believes he doesn't commit a foul.
Well, this time he kept his emotions in check. He took the first emotion, released it, and then kept it. So he's coming out, closing out. That ball had already gone by, before there was contact. So usually you may not make that call anymore because the shot had been released already. But there will be 3 free throws coming up for Carol.
Brought the coaching staff, even John Bears, who's now a consultant, up from his seat. In the meantime, Karan, who has been steady from the free throw line. Apple has a report. Go ahead, please.
As much as they do not want to make any excuses, the fact is that the Meralco Bolts didn't have any legs in Game 1 after that overtime game against Magnolia no quarterfinals. Pero ang maganda daw about the Bolts, according to Coach Norman Black, is that sa ensayo the next day, walang sign of panic, of players being demoralized. And that's important for Coach Norman because more than the X and O's, the first thing that they have to do is to believe they can win, that they can beat TNT, and to have that desire to beat them again today. And let that desire push them to concentrate on the things that they have to do to be able to do that, which is more on sa kanilang depensa. Balik sa inyo.
There's a resentment
Warning,
probably.
warning.
Yeah. Dr. J, you've been there downstairs. How hard is it to, motivate the team after a 30-point loss? Never easy, I believe.
Well, if it's game number 1, perhaps you can go over it because you just came off a good win that got you into the position you are. Now, if it's the second game, you might not be able to bounce. It's almost like what happened to San Miguel today. They're down 2-0. It's really hard to motivate. They tried their best and actually had a great chance to win, but Ginebra was just adamant on finishing that.
I love that word, adamant. And it's 11 points by Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Well-run fast break. Excellent generosity by the Tropang Giga. In Game 1, they had 22 assists. In Game 2, they had 26. the Meralco Bolts will utilize a 30. Currently now down by 13, 28-50. Watch this again.
Well, you can see that if you're already down, you don't want to make turnovers because you allow fast break points, and it became a 2-on-1. I mean, you want to get off any kind of shot, but that was an attempt to try to dribble into the lane where all the defense, including your offensive teammates, are there. So what are you going to do if you have no shot? And that's why he was not happy about that play. But you can see the intensity of TNT on defense. Sometimes they play man, sometimes they switch off the zone, which they could probably do now after this timeout by Meralco. They show different looks also.
And they have now posted their biggest lead of 13, 28-15 with 51.7 seconds remaining in the opening quarter.
You can see here, they're in the zone right now. It's exactly what I think they'll do.
And no surprises there, Dr. J. In the meantime, here's Quinto. They usually, most teams do that, of course. Coming out of that timeout. Shot clock reduced to 9. Quinto looking for a gap. He is clipped. Castro now acknowledges this foul.
That's unfortunate because that's already a second personal foul. He reached in, he crumbled a little bit, and it wasn't necessary because Meralco's offense was going nowhere against that zone, actually.
But they were dying in the water in that sequence. Here's Banquero. Lobs it high. Tough catch. Nothing there from, I think that's Jose. Yes. Jose, who had brief moments in the second game.
He's the only player that they're really using off the bench now. Whether he can contribute or not, it's a different story. Because he's not of the upper class players on that team.
Great crossover, and he earns a basket with the crowd oohing and there's a foul I think they could spare.
Yeah.
Genre Remix.
Nataka na talaga ako.
Parang walang semblance yung laro bigla ng Meralco. Yung naunahan, parang magulo na ang laro. And because their offense is not, on a high level, it just percentage is so bad.
Parang kata, Dr. J. Where's no why or wherefore?
Ito pa, penalty sila. That is a loose, a defensive foul. So, free throw shots coming up for Jason.
And that's such a valuable point because TNT is just bouncing under disarray. Chaos ang Meralco at tinatakbuhan sila ng TNT.
Well, you would expect that from TNT kasi mas malalim talaga ang bench nila. Mas malalim sila gumamit ng player. Pangalawa, talagang shorter ang kanilang direct. They use a longer rotation on the bench simply because they have the better player. They have a longer stretch of players. Tulad nito, Meralco, nung wala makuha kay Banquero, walang makuha kay Quinto, biglang wala di ba?
Yep, exactly. And so far, TNT just outscoring Meralco here in the period.
That lead is just ballooning and ballooning. It's now 23 points already with 3:35 to go. Of course, just the second quarter, but unless you can really show signs of uprising, it will be difficult. And now he misses that first free throw.
So far, TNT has outscored Meralco 22-14.
In this quarter.
Yes, in this quarter. And still spacing yung production. It is in line with what Dr. J pointed out as far as the flow, the organization of the Meralco games concerned. Outside to Mikey Williams, confronted by Newsom. There's a switch. That's the given Maya Williams the opportunity to launch, but he couldn't convert.
Nakagawa pa yung dalawa, so hindi pa nawala yung bola.
Tinanggal din ng TNT yung ferocious attack ng Meralco as they did in game number 2. Ball is lost, and here comes the breakout, but Manixi says, I got this. indeed. Newsom. Almasan undecided. Titira ito.
Kaso wala. He has been completely empty from the three-point territory. He's had all the good looks that he has wanted. And he cannot buy a shot.
In the meantime, I like the pace TNT is playing. They're deliberate when they can run, they run. Behind the back pass.
Oh,
This one is a miss. Just when you
sumobra ang passing.
Quinto is in for Balixi. Banquero returns, pulls out flat. Meralco in search of some energy here.
Well, anybody to give them points.
Yes, indeed. That's even a better, more precise point. Anybody who can explode right now. Before this gets too way out of hand. They're down by 22.
They're not moving until the ball is stagnant, so it's easy to defend.
Baling ipitin, ano? Baling ipitin.
There's no movement at all. The ball has stayed in one place, in one man's hands, and they're not going to get good shots from there. They may make some shots, but it's not going to be easy.
It won't be consistent as the back-to-back turnovers by the Tropa. We're down to a minute and 40 seconds in your second quarter. Here's KJ.
Again, that ball staying with him. And they're all standing around.
No cuts there, no?
Yeah, nobody's moving.
Castro, handoff, bang! And the rampage continues. It's now the biggest at 24. Here's Newsom. McDaniel shakes, bakes, load up, Quinto. Usually cans it from their camp. And there's a foul in the backcourt. Free throws coming up. Reggie Flores remix. So there'll be a ton of soul searching by Meralco at that time.
And they'll be down by over 20 points, probably, the way they're going. Because they cannot make a shot, they cannot even move the ball properly to get off a good shot.
They seem to be mired in a dilemma here.
You know, sometimes they won that last game. Of course, you want to win because you tied the series, but then it makes you look as if, hey, maybe we have a chance. But the other team just so well prepared, and they themselves have come out really hoping.
56 to 30, 26-point lead. Mark that as the biggest as of now. But also limited to 15
This is all one-on-one until the very end. They're not even passing the ball on a second pass. It just stays there, and all of a sudden, you make a turnover, you commit the foul, you send the guy to the free throw line.
Ironic when you consider that Meralco had 24 assists in game number 2.
That's why they won.
Yes, because they had only 15 in game number 1. Also, look at this. Ito, Dr. J, ang naipit na yun. Barilla doing a good job. He was fouled.
They're lucky that was Newsom. When he fouled, he committed the right foul because he went for the ball. If not, that would have been a breakaway ball or a good foul, and that would have been free throws plus possession for TNT.
Here's Barilla, who seems to have found a spot in the rotation of Lastimota. This is the first free throw. Mara Hussein. AJ McDaniels will hit the bench. Even the coaching staff of Meralco is not home. They're Strikes hard, loses it.
Another turnover. Yeah, another bad pass.
TNT will utilize their 30th because you don't bring it anywhere at the end of the first half. It's now a 26-point lead, staring at Meralco. Here's the playoff picture. San Miguel is out of the race as Barangay Ginebra with a dunk from behind win against the Beermen. San Miguel was leading almost 47, 46 or so minutes until Brown hit a big shot there. 56-30 in this one. And this series you're watching is tied up for game apiece. Barilla is now replaced by Arpagoy. Could be a final attempt at the basket with a 3-point execution here. Let's see. Difference of about 1.7 seconds between the two blocks.
Well, unless Meralco fouls, I don't think TNT is going to go for an early shot. Castro is too good of a ball manager type of player that he will go early.
He'll know when.
Yeah, he knows when. Like there, he could have gone, but he held back.
He has ideas. Misses the shot, however. And it will go to Meralco with less than a second remaining. Are done with the first 24 minutes of game number 3. And TNT has stepped on the gas pedal here, pulling away by as much as 26 points. Meralco with questions to answer going into the second half. Can we come back in the same way that we were back in game number 2? While TNT thinking, are we going to be a few steps away from marching into the finals against Ginebra? So many questions that remain to be answered.
Disco Mobile. Dancing with the beat, DJ Zamora Remix. Zamora Road.
Kaya'y sumayaw, katawan na igalaw. Kaya'y sumayaw, katawan na igalaw.
Mas Pape Remix.
Kaya'y sumayaw, katawan na igalaw. Kaya'y sumayaw, katawan na igalaw.
It goes a little something like this.
Magisayaw, magiataw kay DJ Rams. Guwapo.
Love is a burning fire, and the flame grows higher, babe. Don't let it steal your heart. This game can't last forever. We cannot live together. Try. Don't let it take your love from me.
DJ Rams, Idol.
It goes a little something like this.
Cause this one wants to get us. Loves more than he can handle, sir. Oh, come and stay by me forever, ever. Why does he go on pretending his love is never ending, babe? Don't let him steal your love from me.
Lanao del Norte, Mix Club. DJ Rams, Idol. Lanao del Norte, Mix Club.
Meralco, again the ball
That is a 10 for me, partner.
Corner. Tana. It's a big moments here.
Wow.
On the mix.
Basket. It's down to 5 seconds. Here's Steele. Yusuf can't elevate. Here's a shot that's in the air. Whoa! Is it in time? Is it in time? It looks like it is.
Will it count? If it counts, we'll go into overtime. Aaron Black
This is the mix of
putting up a prayer. The prayer was answered.
A whopping 26-point lead by TNT at the end of 24 minutes of scoring. Meralco in that second period, 26 to 15. We take a look at how the imports have done so far, Dr. John.
Well, this is all in favor of Hollis Jefferson. He has 24 points, 9 rebounds already in the ball game. So he's plus 13 on the points, plus 4 on the rebounds. And he's the one defending against KJ, so he's put a stop to it. No? On the other hand, you can see him even making 1 3-point shot, something that he's not really comfortable with. Took a couple, but he only made 1.
And this is compounded, of course, as you will see in the numbers right on your screens, which is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
If you look at the field goal percentage, this is exactly where the lead should be. It's 54% to 25%. That's a whopping 29% advantage.
Yeah.
And then they're plus 70 rebounds, plus 5 in assists. 0 out of 18 3-point shot attempts by Meralco. And 5 out of 9 for TNT, 55%.
And the only one leading the scoring for Meralco is McDaniels with 11.
And you see, Newsom started with the first 4 points and has been silent since the first 2 minutes of this ball game. So means he has done nothing scoring-wise after that. And I see a lot of stagnant movement. It's not nothing that you would crow about if you're a team that you cannot move the ball properly. They did get some good shots on some movements, but they were not able to make it. And that's why 0 out of 18 from 3-point territory.
They're not flowing, Dr. J.
There's no flow at all to their game. Now, of course, that's the first half. There always could be tales of 2 cities. 2 teams in this case.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. But for Meralco, as of now, it is the worst of times. But let's see if they can recall, count on their comeback capabilities to be able to roar back into this game. TNT is aware of that.
Well, the first thing you have to do is you cannot look at the score and worry about 26 points. Now, Jason Castro is the 61st player to grab 2,000 career defensive rebounds, and he's sitting there beside Huruela, who's been out almost for the whole season because of injuries.
Jason is also squinting at the graphic and is trying to read it on the big screen here. Welcome, everybody. This is the Honda PBA Governors Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. We've got Dr. J and the Al, Abu David with us, Seb Sarmanda here, and very good start by Meralco as they score the first basket.
He's the same person who gave them their first 2 points in the first quarter. He's the same person who gave them that score in the third quarter. And that's Chris Newsom's got 6 in the ball game right now. They use that screen. And that's good rebounding play. Now you have to push the ball, you know.
Hard, actually. Newsom applies the brakes. Aaron Black, nowhere near that big output in the last game. Good spin by KJ. Jam momentarily, and he's fouled. And there's somebody reaching for this guy. It looks like Boboy.
And you know, it got him just on the wrist. But they always like to point out the referees. That's where you got it. Where you can feel the pulse. He split his charities on the previous time that he was there. Actually, he got to the free throw line 19 times in the first half, making 15. Meralco had 12 attempts, making 10. So there were enough attempts for both sides. Nothing to crow about that. No, you're getting not the good deal of getting free throws on one end. But you know, it's the field goals that separated these two teams.
When you can't hit any three-pointers and movement has been still there, has been jam. Bogoy, up fake, sidestep, hot. Follow up, hot. It'll stay there with 2.4 seconds remaining.
KJ is playing with a lot of energy at the start of this third conference. It's the only way that Meralco can make a dent here. Because he has to be a leader to show what he can do. He's going to have to take this.
There was a leak out by KJ. They did not see him. No chance for a pass. Here's Malik. See, quick release. Good line, but still no success.
Well, you know, if I'm missing my 3-point shots, I'm going to start taking some 2-point shots. You got to realize that.
Yes.
That's going to be a foul there. On whom? On Malik C, I think.
Yeah, you got to be smart about your shot selections too, huh?
Yeah. No, there are days you have it, there are days you don't. There are days you cannot miss, there are days you can make.
And as our friend would always say, some days you're luck, sometimes you're good. Still get a kick out of that.
It's offensive foul. Left hand warding off.
Number 3 on Guerrilla. Let's count the team fouls inside has been whistled for 1 team foul.
And they fall into a zone here. Because there are a couple of conversions already for Meralco. Now they fall into a zone.
Jump right into shoot. Got it back. Excellent cut to the basket. And Jojo Lastimosa has seen enough. He doesn't want any uprising by Meralco here. And from look at this. Look at the way this was executed. 6 points, 6-0 run by Meralco. Timeout brought to you by Honda. Official motorcycle here.
O's anymore, according to assistant coach Luigi Trillo of Meralco, because at this point, it's all about a sense of pride. They have to look to win a quarter because what happened in the first half is embarrassing for the team. It's embarrassing for the fans. He also credited TNT for coming out with a lot of energy. They were making big plays, no letdown, and almost no mistakes daw talaga yung first half. So again, for the Bolts, they have to play for and with pride. That's the call and challenge. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much. After the red, the Bolts were limited to 15 points each in every one of the first 2 quarters. Turnaround shot. No. The Bolts take it away, and there's a foul
On Jefferson, that's going to be the second team foul call against Paul Barilla. So that's number 4 already.
and it will be the second on the team, as you mentioned.
In a way, that's a good foul. You don't want Meralco running or probably getting a fast break. You're a role player, and that's exactly what you're doing right. And he can be replaced. And right now, Oftan has been put back into the ball game.
The Bolts are on a 6-0 run at the start of this third quarter.
With the report of Apple, it's because TNT took the first quarter by 15 points. And then TNT took the second quarter by 11 points. And right now, Newsom has 8. He has 2 baskets again like he did in the first quarter.
8-0 run.
Bogoy.
In the box. Forced to pass out. Mikey. Bogoy, nice back step. Mikey fires. Rebound battle. Referees trying to help out each other here.
It's a good call. That was last touch by Cliff Hodge. She couldn't really get a hold on the ball, so he tapped it, but it went outside. So for fresh, 14-second shot clock for the Tropang Giga.
18-point lead. Bogoy looks inside. Shot clock down to less than 10 now. Ronde, Hollis Jefferson is tacked on the arm.
Let's see who it's going to be called against.
So Newsom don't declare that will be 33. And Ralph has been tagged with 2 team fouls, same number by TNT.
You know, as a player, you can't blame Newsom because that's not his man. But he sees the guy driving, so he reaches in. And he's tagged, but that's his 3rd foul. He's such a key player. He has made 4 points here. You can't be afforded to giving up those kind of fouls. And actually, you're bailing this team out because you haven't been able to score from the field.
First point
From the free throw line.
yes. In the quarter as well. In the meantime, there's Hodge.
One more time.
Ayaw talaga. Dipsy-doo, yes!
Well, Aaron's going to get his. No? He may not be making his outside shot, but he's wise enough to drive to the basket.
That's absolutely correct. As Mikey tries his hand at the drive.
Same thing. You're not giving me any looks from the outside. I'm going to find my way in. 10-3 run here for Meralco. That was a good stop there on that field goal by Mikey Williams.
McDaniels takes a look inside. They return the ball to him. Bogoy is on him. Newsom hesitates. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Too long.
You know, that's what you call he who hesitates is lost. He should have taken it the first time he was thrown out.
I feel Meralco sometimes gets caught by that shot clock there. A little too often, I guess. In the meantime, here's Mikey Williams trying to dance with the leather.
They like this matchup. They like this matchup. They like that matchup.
And a bingo 3-point shot brought to you by Bingo Plus. And the lead is back to plus 20. And it's reduced to 20 as Aaron now has 2 in this quarter. Total of 6 for Aaron Bluff. Mikey trying to take on the whole Meralco team. Thought about it. Fires. On fire!
Siya lang yata may karapatan magwa-magwa. Nobody else on the floor has the right to do that.
Siya lang. JJ carving room gets it to 5.
DJ said, uh-oh, here we go running. That's a foul there. Pushed from behind by Aaron. Yeah. I think it's going to be 2 free throws because there was continuation on the left. But we'll see if there's what you may think. Let's see if there's anything more to that foul than simply the push at the back.
Current count, 64-44. The quarter, the third is down to 6-34. Winner here will emerge with a 2-1 lead in the semifinal series. Here's the second lead. It's an ordinary foul.
Well, the first one you were trying to go for the ball logo. Jefferson really, tucked it well.
Tucked it, yeah. That's the right description.
Tucked their shirt.
Yeah, tuck it in. Alain Maliksi still unable to get a clean connection. Not without trying though.
I don't know how many shots he has taken, but I think maybe at least 8.
In the first quarter of first half of play, he was 1 of 11 Dr. J.
Joey, when you listen to what we say, we have to look for it. You gotta help us out.
In the meantime, 66-44. And the shot clock is reduced to 6.4. The ball near started. Ball is stepped away. They restore it. Long distance call. Oh!
TNT really is on the ball, especially this guy. Remember, Mikey had 29 points the other day. It was not an ordinary game, Just that he didn't score in the end game.
Yeah, where it probably mattered the most. But now he has registered 23 and has been unstoppable. KJ on the drive is clipped.
That'll be the third team foul. But imagine, earlier it was Meralco and no fouls. But they got to 3 team fouls much earlier than TNT, who just picked up their third team foul. And now Jason Castro's come back in for Pogoy.
Aaron tries to drag 2 defenders into the box. They lose control. Alonso gets to keep it.
You can see the rotation there on the part of Jojo Lastimosa. It's continuous.
Malixia's tried 7 times and 3-point and no connection call. It's 69-44 now.
Yeah, but he does have some, yes, 2 baskets.
He has the license. He's 007. License to kill. Aaron can't lose Jason Castro. Shot clock, lots of time. Bonquito doesn't fire. KJ does.
One thing that Meralco can look forward to, whatever happens in this game, is the much improved offensive play of KJ McDaniels. So they have to surround in the next game. They have to find players to surround him with,
To help him offensively.
yeah. Then he gets to that spot.
Oh boy, that's Hollis with it. Such a smooth operator.
It's because of the defense. He came from the weak side, and his man
Nowhere
followed
inside.
him. Yeah, and he put him into that sweet spot. He's going to make those shots.
And he has contributed 28 points. Mikey has 23. Houston. Aaron launches a triple. Good line.
Back-to-back 3-point shots here by the Bolts, but they're still down by a big 21-point lead for TNT.
Aaron Black has contributed 9 points in the game. The lead is proved down to 21. Lost. And if you're Meralco, you're feeling, oh boy.
Yeah.
Daniels has Ilan na yan? 4 na team fouls ng Meralco. Tatlo ang TNT. 4 minutes to play in the third. Mikey trying to lose Newsom. Era, upgrade, bottled up, forces the 15-footer. No.
That's what you call good defense. Force the shot. If he makes it, he makes it. Castro is trying to fight the post play of Ito.
What muscle in that sequence. Rebound. Nobody in blue there. TNT has literally, except for the early going to this third quarter, has had a walk in the park.
They're led by two guys, actually. Two offensive guys.
That won't work. Adam is pressed away. Black, Quinto, McDaniels. Close range connection.
But that's what you like your import to do. He was worthy in the backcourt, but he followed his teammates on the break. He was like a secondary break. And eventually he got the ball for an easy layup.
He now has chipped in or has contributed 20 points to the effort of Meralco to try to catch up here. Castro, oh, stutter step, hesitation move! Jason Castro, burning the hardwood. He has now 6 points. Look at that. He froze the D and drilled it in. Timeout taken. It's a 21-point lead.